Hello. Uh, I, I guess I'm here to tell you my story. My name is Gimble. I am a Spiderkin. I'm a rogue hoping to become a scout and do scouty things. If I make it easier to find people to munch on. But I haven't always been hoping to be a scout. I haven't always been a rogue. I haven't even always had my two hands. I used to be a pirate. Dun, 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 dun. So I used to live on an all-male drow pirate crew in the Underdark. Our ship was made of webs, and there was many of us spiders who would work to mend the ship and keep it together. And it wasn't always pleasant, but it was home. I was afforded special treatment because the captain, Tibrin, he was the one who took care of me the most. And I had a close relationship, or a comfortable companionship, if you will, with the quartermaster, Toril Kantar. At that time, I was known as Alothra, and my existence was comfortable. They would feed us scraps of starting to rot meat, but sometimes the quartermaster would give me a little extra, because he knew that I was a very hungry boy. Unfortunately, it didn't last, and things got a little complicated. One day while we were sailing, we came across a Zverfneblin ship, the Deep Gnomes. So we attacked, and as they were not followers of Loth, they did not understand the custom to not attack spiders, and I was wounded in the fight and lost on the shore. I thought I was going to die, but as the darkness closed around me, I was saved. I awoke in the nest in a throne room of an old drow keep of this wonderful, beautiful spider. His name was Todd, and he is the love of my life. He ruled the keep over all the other spiders there as king, and I was his king. It was a glorious week. I knew comfort and love, and we mated vigorously. But it wasn't to last. I was unaware, but my captain, Tibrin, had been using me to smuggle out a small item, and in the battle I had been lost, and they had been sent to retrieve it, but how could I leave Todd? Not after knowing love. And so my crew turned on me. Well, now there's nothing to turn on, it's just a tool. But as a tool of Loth, they couldn't kill me, so in the ensuing battle, they deeply wounded me. My web gland has been destroyed as my captain, my ex-captain, took a broken sword hilt and stabbed it into my spider booty. And then he picked me up, and the last I saw of Todd was him fighting valiantly against the crew, trying to reach me, to save me again. But it didn't work. My captain grabbed me and jumped out a window using a levitation spell, and that was it. They retrieved the item and abandoned me on the shore once more. I had hoped that Todd would come to save me again, but the next time I woke, I was in somewhere completely different. I was in a lab run by a gnome, and he healed me and gave me sentience and the fingers I now have, all 4 of them, plus my thumbs. I didn't mind the experiments he conducted on me, though I always longed for Todd, though I know that a reunion may never happen. Living with the other experiments of his was fine. I did get in trouble a lot for trying to eat people, but they just looked so delicious I couldn't help it. The other experiments weren't a huge fan of me because of I'm a spider and the whole Loth thing, and because I'm a little munchy. But I didn't mind. They stayed away. They weren't cruel. The day I met my brother was the first time since Todd that I didn't feel alone. I tried to give him a little nibble, but it didn't bother him much, and he wasn't tasty, so we became friends. He was quite popular in the lab, and he protected me from being an outcast. We developed a close bond and eventually called ourselves brothers. One of the attendants to the gnome scientist, our father, actually made me a harness for brother to wear, and he carries me around, and it's a very comfortable existence with him. Again, though, our lives were torn apart as a violent raid overtook the lab, and we had to escape to save our lives, despite not having completed our required amount of time there. Once we were safe, we wandered in the woods for a while, and I hunted for my own food, since brother doesn't need to eat. We had some belongings from the lab, but eventually had to stop in a town to get supplies. I'd never been in a town before, and it didn't go well. We were not well received based on our appearances and my tendency to munch, and we were kicked out, and I guess that is where my story begins.